predicting the remaining 3 participants in the Women's WWE Elimination Chamber match. Elimination Chamber is set to be WWE's final stop before WrestleMania 42 and the excitement is high. The premium live event will take place on February 28, 2026 in the United Center in Chicago. One of the biggest highlights will remain the Women's Chamber match this year, where several top stars will enter the bout, looking to punch their ticket to the show of shows. As of February 14, Tiffany Stratton, Rhea Ripley and Alexa Bliss have qualified for the Women's Elimination Chamber match. 3 more spots remain, which will be filled in the subsequent episodes of Raw and SmackDown. WWE has already advertised 2 qualifying matches for the women's that will feature big names like Asuka, Bayley, Nia Jax and more. Predicting the remaining 3 participants in the Women's Chamber match. First, Asuka could punch her ticket to Chicago. The upcoming episode of Monday Night Raw will see a huge Elimination Chamber qualifier match between Asuka, Bayley and Natalya. There is a high chance that the Empress of Tomorrow could secure a huge victory in this triple threat match. She is one of the top stars in the Raw Women's division who has been in the spotlight lately, therefore, WWE can easily bank on Asuka. Her sheer athleticism and technical in-ring prowess are favorable for the hardcore chamber match. Besides, her inclusion could add star power to the match. Hence, the Empress of Tomorrow is likely to punch her ticket to the Women's Elimination Chamber match and head to Chicago as one of the participants. Second, Charlotte Flair may head to Elimination Chamber. The upcoming episode of SmackDown will see a huge qualifier match between Nia Jax, Charlotte Flair and Kiana James. This match may eventually come down to Jax and Flair, with both vying for that big spot. However, the Queen could ultimately prevail. She could win the triple threat match and join her friend Alexa Bliss in the Women's Elimination Chamber. Charlotte Flair is one of WWE's biggest stars and is a perennial main eventer. She is also one of the strongest contenders to face WWE Women's Champion Jade Cargill at WrestleMania 42. Therefore, Flair is very likely to be one of the entrants in the Women's Chamber match this year. The Queen's addition would add grandeur to this bout, making it truly star-studded. Third, Raquel Rodriguez could be the final entrant. The final qualifier match is set to take place on the February 23 episode of Raw, which will be the go-home edition for Elimination Chamber. WWE hasn't revealed the match yet, but Raquel Rodriguez and Sky are expected to be part of it, with the third member potentially being Kairi Sane. This is expected to be a tough contest. However, Rodriguez could ultimately end up being the final entrant in the Women's Chamber match. WWE has been booking Big Mommy Cool very strong lately, keeping her in the spotlight. The company could therefore give her the opportunity to compete in the high-stakes match. Raquel Rodriguez's addition could bring carnage inside the Women's Chamber match. Predicting the remaining 3 participants in the Men's WWE Elimination Chamber match. WWE is officially on the road to WrestleMania 42, and the final pit stop before the Showcase of the Immortals is the Elimination Chamber 2026 Premium Live event. Elimination Chamber will take place on February 28 at the United Center in Chicago. The men's and women's Elimination Chamber matches could change the entire trajectory of the show of shows. Randy Orton, LA Knight, and Cody Rhodes have already qualified for the men's bout. In this video, we will predict the remaining 3 participants in the men's Elimination Chamber match. First, former WWE World Champion Damian Priest. On the latest edition of Friday Night SmackDown, it was announced that Carmelo Hayes, Trick Williams, and Damian Priest will lock horns next week in an Elimination Chamber qualifier. While all 3 wrestlers are worthy of winning the bout, Priest has a better chance of emerging victorious and securing a spot in the 6-man showdown in Chicago. He is a former World Heavyweight Champion and has a lot of momentum on his side after winning his feud against Aleister Black. Second, Gunther. This week Monday Night Raw will see a major Elimination Chamber qualifying match between Dominic Mysterio, Gunther and J. Vaughn Evans. There is a high chance that the Ring General will emerge victorious in this bout. He is likely to head into the Men's Chamber match in Chicago. It is because Gunther has been riding on a red-hot momentum lately. Therefore, the company is expected to bank on him by putting the Austrian in that high-profile match. Meanwhile, Dominic Mysterio is currently the Intercontinental Champion and his chances of winning the triple threat match next week are pretty low. When it comes to J. Vaughn Evans, WWE might not put him in the chamber match at such an early stage of his main roster run. Third, Brock Lesnar. Brock Lesnar had a rough outing at Royal Rumble, as he was quickly eliminated from the men's Royal Rumble match. The Stanford-based promotion recently announced that Lesnar will appear on Monday Night Raw at the State Farm Arena in Atlanta. The Beast incarnate could get his ticket to the men's Elimination Chamber match during the program.